Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally got 100 subscribers. And this review will be a 100 subscriber special, and the final movie and series review, and it is The Great Discovery, probably the most decent movie out of the terrible hit era. But before I get into The Great Discovery, let's talk about the shit I forgot to rant about in the hit era review/rant. Characterization. Several characters have gotten flanderized beyond recognition and are gone through character derailment. Thomas in season 12 through 16 has gone from a cheeky and fussy, yet optimistic and playful protagonist into a troublesome, irresponsible and unreliable idiot who almost never listens to Sir Topham Hatt and frequently causes confusion and delay. Worst of all, when he supposedly learns his lesson at the end of an episode, he completely forgets everything he's learned in the next episode, leading to character derailment. Even when he does listen to the Fat Controller, he still abandons his jobs to screw off to somewhere or someone else and make even more mistakes. He's his absolute worst and Wonky Whistle, as he's portrayed as a total moron with zero patience. Like, my fucking god, look how Thomas is an absolute impatient dumbass throughout this episode. He nearly killed the workman, and once the farmer closes the door to the farm wagon, Thomas immediately runs off and never hears the humans yelling at Thomas to come back. Wonky Whistle. 0 out of 10. But in season 11, Toby in season 9 have gone from old and wise engines into paranoid wimps who are too scared to do anything. Henry in seasons 12 through 16 has gone from a kind and friendly gentle giant into a coward who constantly worries too much about every little thing and is too stupid to do anything right. This persona continues into seasons 17 through 19, though with much better execution than it is here. Gordon in seasons 8 through 15 went from being an arrogant but kind, wise, and good father figure to Thomas into an immature, arrogant and egocentric engine who often bullies smaller engines and decides what to think of new ones. Percy has gotten dumbed down considerably in Day of the Diesels in seasons 15 and 16 without a reason or rhyme. Emily has gotten flanderized twice. She started out as a kind and helpful engine in her debut in season 7, but became a bossy, naggy and selfish engine during season 8 through 10. She temporarily reverted back to her original personality in season 11 before getting flanderized again in season 12 through 16, where she's become an unintelligent Mary Sue. Her seasons 8 through 10 persona returns in Penny Pongy pick up however. Scarlowe and Rheneas have gone from old and wise engines into reckless hyperactive children who like to race and fight over taking special trains during seasons 9 through 12. However, while Scarlowe acted like a wimp in seasons 9 through 11, he acts like a child in season 12, as seen in Push Me, Pull You. Thankfully, after season 12, both have returned to more mature personas. Peter Sam has gone from an enthusiastic and compassionate engine to a stuck-up and jerkish engine in season 9, but thankfully he reverted to his original personality in season 10. Sir Topham Hatt has been reduced from a strict, but kind-hearted ruler to a pointless comic relief who messes up, for example crashing his car 3 times after carelessly driving on liquid bubble puddles instead of going around them in slippery soda. Him being a comic relief character was done much better after this era, but here it seems like they treat him as a joke, and am I missing any? So, with all that out of the way, let's talk about The Great Discovery. This movie is actually above average. It's much better than calling all engines. So Thomas and Sir Topham Hatt discover the long-lost town of Great Waterton, and everyone tries to restore it with glory. Great Waterton is the best sets of the shit era. Then Stanley comes to the island of Sodor, and Thomas starts thinking everyone likes Stanley more than him, so he runs off in the night and falls into a deep mine and gets lost, and Stanley helps him out, and since he used all his strength to get Thomas out, Thomas pushes him. And lastly, Great Waterton is finally restored to glory, and that's the story, and the songs are good for once, including Thomas You're the Leader. It's very catchy and really good. I love how it's sung by a professional adult and not a bunch of generic and bored children, so the story was decent, for once, well-improved songs, and model work, and everything. I'm gonna give 8 points for the story. Effects as I was talking about are pretty good, same with the model work, and some of the set designs. Hit finally knew what they were doing, kind of, but after that, season 12 happened, which was the worst of the Hit era. Why put CGI faces on the models? Makes zero sense. But I'm gonna give 80 points for this segment. James Bond narrates The Great Discovery in the US and UK. It's actually pretty decent, and I heard that he reads the Railway series to the children as bedtime stories, and I honestly think his narration here is too bedtimey, but other than that, I'm gonna give 80 points for the narration. Even though the songs are pretty good, the Robert Hartshorn music is still a bit poor and bland. 4 points for the music. This movie was pretty decent out of the Hit era. It's much better than Calling All Engines, and especially Thomas and the Tragic Railroad. I actually now rate it a 6.5 out of 10. You know what is 0.75 out of 10, or whatever. The only redeeming quality about it is that it's not canon to Thomas, especially with all the magic shit. But anyway, now that we've concluded the movie and series reviews, I'll give you my ranking on all Thomas movies. But first, we have to determine the score of this one. The Great Discovery earns a total of 42.5 points out of 50, which equals a 8.5 out of 10. This one was pretty good. This is my ranking on all Thomas movies. Top best, bottom worst. The Adventure Begins is the first and Thomas and the Tragic Railroad is a loser. Sorry Tragic Railroad fans, but that's what I rate it. And I now changed my rating on the Big World Big Adventures movie from a 3.2 out of 10, to a 1 out of 10, and Day of the Diesels from a 4 out of 10, to a 1.5 out of 10, and Blue Mountain Mystery from a 9.2 out of 10, to a 10 out of 10. And The Adventure Begins is ranked much higher, and I never expected to even put Race for the Soda Cup on there even though All Engines Go is not canon to Thomas and Friends. Race for the Soda Cup is just an underwhelming undercooked mess. And it's now a 0 out of 10. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my movie and series reviews. Sorry for not uploading these reviews in chronological order. My computer was acting like a piece of shit when I was editing, and I will make a playlist on my movie and series reviews in chronological order, and once it's done, I'll put it on my suggested list and on my end screen. And also thank you so much for giving me up to 100 subscribers. You guys are the best. I never expected my rant video on magical tracks being updated into All Engines Go got more popular and got me up to 100 subscribers this fast. You guys rock. And in 2020, a second full worldwide theatrical Thomas and Friends movie release was announced and would be directed by Mark Forster, who also did Christopher Robin in 2018. The release date is not known to be confirmed yet, and neither is the plot for the second fully wide theatrical release. Have a great day everyone, and I'm Kaden the GWR 1500 class engine.